Alright, bad bitches, I'm making myself food because I have an eating disorder and intense depression, and I decided I should try to make my life better before I make it worse. We're using Trader Joe's. It's the cheapest shit you can get. If you haven't tried it, check it out. I got this big bag of pasta for like 99 cents. I got big portions of like fucking pre-cooked boneless chicken breasts for like $10, and it's like 5 portions, so imagine $10 over like the course of 5 meals. Good price. And this basil pesto sauce that I don't know the price of because I stole it. Very much, but I'm pretty sure it was cheap anyway. I don't know. I just sometimes do that. Anyway, my fun fact, my eating disorder was actually caused by depression because, of course, if you actually don't fucking like your life and you're stuck in like a shitty, abusive home environment where your family makes it so bad whenever you leave your room that you just simply go, hey, it's easier to starve because at least I'm by myself and with my own mental whatever the fuck I got going on instead of being horrifically affected by other people who will fuck me over so bad that I'll lose my appetite or just get my IBS triggered and get diarrhea. Simply put, it's funny how there's different forms of EDs that you can get. You can get the type that's caused by, self-consciousness or body image. No offense, I'm not. My body is like incredibly T. Look at that. That's sexy. Mine was caused by depression because people would traumatize me so bad that my stomach would just start cramping so bad that I could not physically digest food and my throat would close up and any food tasted bland. And that's how bad it got. I wanted to commit suicide. And no offense, of course, if depression is so bad that you don't even want to eat your favorite foods anymore, of course, it's not going to be hard before you want to kill yourself. And yeah, mine was just caused by an extremely shitty, abusive, fucked up family. And now that I'm actually by myself, I have to get back in the habit of making myself food and remembering, no, I enjoy making food. I enjoy it. I enjoy the fun of watching the water boil. I enjoy reading the instructions and the smell of a home-cooked meal and the euphoria that you get of making something that tastes delicious of your own accord without anyone hovering over your neck or accusing you of making a mess or saying that it's not worth to eat or body shaming you, this, and that, or stressing you out over shit that you should not be stressed out over. Like, my family was so shitty. I remember my mom once threatened to fucking fight me physically because I cleaned up a mess that she made. Like, she left butter, like, imagine, look at this shitty microwave that probably was stolen from a 7-Eleven. We had a microwave like this. She left melted butter just, like, to basically rot on top of the microwave and was spilling all over the place. I just simply cleaned it up and then tossed out what was basically, like, not even, like, a quarter stick of butter. Like, the smallest portion of butter you've ever seen in your fucking life. And she proceeded to come home and flip shit at me, all angry, and then start accusing me of shit getting in my face. And I know she did it because she was insecure. She's a narcissist, but a lot of her insecurities translate into sadness, which translate into rage. So you could do nothing at all. But she could simply think to herself, oh my god, Tamia cleaned up my mess. I feel bad about making it. How dare she do that? She's doing that to make me feel bad. I better make her feel bad instead for trying to make me feel bad. And the whole time it's like, bitch, it's not that deep. It's not that fucking deep. Sometimes it's just like, if anything, my thought was, oh, there's a mess on the microwave that was here. Let me do my mom a favor and clean it up, because maybe just no one noticed this, and it's unhygienic. And you know what makes it worse about her actually threatening to physically fight me and punch me in the face and try to make me cry over cleaning up butter because she puts it on her toast every morning? It was less than even a quarter stick of butter. Imagine the smallest piece of butter you could ever fucking imagine in a huge trail of like white, bubbling, disgusting slime that should not be consumed by any fucking human being ever. She's nasty. She gets it from her mom, of course. And she had 12 other packs of butter. I'm not talking sticks. I'm talking packs of Irish fucking butter in the fridge as we spoke. It was as simple as just use those, bitch. Anyway. Let's just say, eventually you just can't take criticism from someone you don't want to be in the shoes of. That bitch drank wine on her toilet as she continued her shitty daycare job, which is just her watching General Hospital or Desperate Housewives as she abuses other people's kids. So, no offense, that's not... Whenever she would criticize me about things like what I would eat or buying groceries for myself, well, she also would not put food in the fridge in the house. Or what I would wear, or my interests, or my likes, or my screenwriting, or my big goals. Like, she wasn't doing shit. And she just was that type of person. I doubt she's ever going to get the help she needs, and it's not my problem. Because, all I can do is just try my best, and that's the best form of revenge I can get. I don't have to go, there were multiple opportunities. I remember I was so depressed and irritated growing up, I thought I should just kill my family. Not my younger brother. No. I got over that because I realized he was just a product of his environment. And even then, that had a cap on. Like, that mood didn't surpass age, 12. Once he started getting a personality, and I finally yelled at him, and he stopped being a little shit. Get in there. Get in. The bag is constipated. Anyway, I was not going to off my little brother, but I did think, maybe I should finally do the job. I can take out my abusive older siblings. I could finally get rid of my mother. The world would be spared of people like her who hurt other people and managed to get away with it because they have the nice little smile and the charisma. I didn't, though, because I thought, I didn't know how my life would get fucked up if I went to jail or juvie, or, I just didn't want to be on the run. I figured there's things I want to do that I can do legally. Not, orange is a nice color, but not in a jumpsuit. And just to clarify, I would not hurt my younger sibling. I still love him to this day and hope he's doing well. And I've gotten over the shit from my older siblings because my older sister, she's an ugly fucking cunt. She will fuck up her own life. And I feel sorry for any kid who intentionally will have her as a teacher or as a parent. She needs therapy, and I really hope she gets it, because my mom really fucked her and me and all my other siblings up. For my older brother, he was nice, I'll put it this way, I respect him because, I could have easily killed myself, and I got very close when I left my mom's house, when I was staying with my shitty-ass grandmother on my dad's side, and my stupid fucking lame-ass biological father. But I didn't. And he, he actually checked in and texted me to make sure that I was okay. And then he sent me money when I actually did fully cut everyone off. And he still checks in on me and sends me happy birthday texts. He's a sweet fella. He absolutely is responsible for what the fuck traumatized me when I was, at a pivotal point in my life. And no offense, I was recovering from an eating disorder, and then he called me fat. I remember that. I was 13, 14. And I was absolutely not fat. I was extremely underweight still. Yeah, let's just say I'll forgive him. I don't forget the actions, and the best thing I can do is just stay separate. That's the best thing for everyone. Everyone has their lives. Everyone has their sanity. Life goes on. Sometimes I wonder what they do. Sometimes I wonder, how their life has gone. But the best thing about it is I truly don't give a shit. For all I know, they could have moved out to Modesto or Fresno or something. Someone could be homeless, someone could be... I don't give a shit. It's anything could happen to them, and that's okay. Because, it's not my problem. Anything that was my problem with them really wasn't. They made problems out of problems that were never there in the first place, started shit out of nothing, made mountains out of molehills, and anything that I actually genuinely needed help on, they didn't do shit. So, yeah. So I'll put it this way. I'm not going to say they disgust me. I'll just say there's different ranks and tiers. I already know who I would be open to connecting to one day when I'm older, 30 or something. Nah, 37. But for the most part, I don't care what happens to any of my siblings. Excluding the youngest. I want him to be okay and safe. The older ones still be okay. They've got college, they've got successful lives, all that. As long as they just grant me the peace that I want. And as for I don't even want to say the word parents. They can fuck themselves. The me that was very homicidal and depressed and suicidal and upset. But, still on the outside you'd think, to me it's just shy and reserved and quiet and doesn't do much and is lazy. No, I was suffering every day in their presence. And now I'm not, so I have to teach myself things like, hey, you're probably afraid of the kitchen and cooking food because it's one of the worst places to be around your family. Where you were made to feel isolated and like shit. You don't need to feel that way anymore. You could just enjoy, cooking farfalle pasta in your nice home with some lit candles right before you have a nice big event with all your friends. And you can severely, really love your life. And, yeah, I don't know, just letting you know, change is possible. It's hard to break certain habits. There's this metaphor about, if you take a bear out of a zoo and put it back, or, if you have a bear in a cage for, its whole life, and then you remove the cage, the bear will have the habit to still sleep in that exact same spot because it's scared of anything else that it doesn't recognize. That's why some people are prone to more abusive relationships or fucked up dynamics with fucked up people, or just never really improve their life after, ages and ages of trauma. It takes a lot to unlearn it. So here I am, unlearning things, reminding myself I like food. It's good to eat. I enjoy making it. The kitchen is a safe space and a haven, and I'm not in the same fucked up environment I was before, where I have to be afraid to leave my room and do nothing but masturbate and lay down and sleep, because I have more to life than that. And I just have to remind myself of what younger me would have wanted. I would have wanted freedom and blessings and bliss and grace, and that's what I deserve. So yeah, just a funny reminder, if you're depressed and just not doing shit, just remind yourself, this is a younger version of you who is probably trapped in the house with freaking awful people, just wishing for the day that you could, like, be yourself, get out your shell, tell people about what you went through, and just experience more. And that's what I'm doing. Just make sure you do that. Even if it's not every single day, just as much as you can. I try every day, but worst case scenario, you can always just stay home and make yourself a good dish and feel love and comfort just by yourself. Sometimes that itself is just lovely progress, and that's lovely. Anyway, that's about all for this conversation. Have a nice day.